Photographs Deconstructed with Simon Q. Walden.
We were shooting with Freya in an abandoned office, and this was obviously previously their IT room, and there were these hundreds of network cables, and I saw it and I thought, spaghetti monster, and I instantly had this vision of Freya being encompassed by all these cables, almost like a live animal kind of growing around her, drawing her in. Imagine sort of like a sort of electrical anemone or something of that sort. So we very carefully draped all this stuff over her, and I'm sitting here making sure she's not being poked by bits of kit, and not knowing that all the way through I was actually scratching her with some of the cable ties. But anyway, so just when you're doing this kind of thing, you know, check twice. There wasn't quite enough cable to fill in all the floor, and so I've cloned in different sections of cable. And when you're doing that, you want to try and avoid any sense of repetition. And just looking at this image now, I've nearly managed that, and I've just noticed that there's one particular area which does repeat, and I should have to go back and have another look at that. But also though, when you're doing that cloning, you are a little bit limited by finding areas that are of similar tonalities. As you can see in this image, you know, the top half of the image is significantly darker than the lower half. So there's only certain parts of the image that I can use to clone across. So bear that in mind when you're trying to reconstruct those areas, that part of the aspect of making the clone meld together is that the tonalities are right, not just the textures and the shapes. And keep using different clone points to make sure that you don't get any hard repetition in the image.
To find out more, go to FilmPhotoAcademy.com. Subscribe now for regular updates.